Well, hello there, world. What it do? It is your boy, Mr. Keep That Shit on the TV, controversy at best, who goes by the divine attribute of Duff Bagwell. What's up, y'all? It's been a while. Me and the public, we haven't had one of these type of moments in quite some time. And you know, I miss y'all. Duff miss you. It's been a while. But now, you know, said Duff season is cooking up, so it was about that time to make a return. And here I am. It's a beautiful morning. I feel ecstatic on my way to work. And I just feel good. And I just want to spread my energy. But for those who've been wondering, where has Keep That Shit on the TV been? I need a dosage of that. You're gonna get it sooner than you think. The powers that be, we're not gonna drop no names. I'm gonna leave people nameless for now. They don't want to see the show carry on. They don't want to see us, the combined forces that we are, lead this nation and entertain the way that we can only entertain. And so for that being said, we are where we are. But this spring, Duff season, you're gonna get your dosage of Keep That Shit on the TV with myself, King Ghost, Fluffy, Big Larry, Danny, and then I got a couple debuts. I got my nigga Texter finally agreed to do this shit. Finally. He's like, you know what, Duff, I'm game. I'm like, for real? Shocked the hell out of me. And then once I said that, told Vic wants to jump on board. I was like, hey, one shot kill. Why not? Let's go for it. Fuck it. Got Mish. So I just feel like this next episode with the conglomerate of the team, you're gonna be entertained in a way that you haven't been entertained before. Your laughs is gonna get louder. You feel me? Like it's gonna go to a whole nother level. So, but what brought me here to y'all today, other than the fact that I missed y'all, I watched an old episode, Keep That Shit on the TV, a solo jump, and it was me elaborating on the Kennard versus Duff battle. Now then, this is a battle that's been going on for quite some time. So I figure, since that episode was in the summer or the fall of last year, I forgot. But I figure, why not bring that back up and let the people know, where does that battle exist today? So with that being said, I gotta say this. I have irresponsibly led people to believe that there's no boundaries between being Kennard and Duff, that I'm lost in limbo. I don't know the difference between the two. And that, you know, I won't say that I'm lost in limbo at all, because maybe at a point in time I was, you know, because it's like, I just was so in being this way that, you know, it was just, But see, what people fail to realize, or what I neglected to tell them, either way you want to look at it, it can be looked at either angle. People fail to realize one of the main important things to this whole thing of me, of Mr. Keep That Shit on the TV. The most important thing of it all is, and what people lose sight of, that I'm an entertainer. I am a enter-fucking-tainer. I entertain the mind. I entertain the crowd. It's what I always done. See, I love to do it in a way that makes it anti. I've been inspired by a lot of great radio personalities, disc jockeys, entertainers to kind of help me create this platform. Like, it's people like Charlemagne that I look up to. It's people like Star that y'all may not even be aware of. Yeah, I'm also influenced by Howard Stern. I'm also influenced by Snoop Dogg and GGN News. And the person who even made, you know what I'm saying, for the Facebook, Ed Lover. I mean, come on, my name on Facebook is Come On Son. So therefore, I was always influenced by these anti-disc jockeys who not saying the exact same thing that everyone else is saying. So that was my whole approach when I made my Facebook in 09. It's for me to say something that other people are not saying. If you see 20 people all saying the same thing, I want to be the one that says something different. It's not me being negative. It's just me not following the numbers. Just because you say it's a lot of numbers over there, that don't mean there's strength for those numbers. That's just my approach. You know, I figure, you know, to dare to be different. You know, not be afraid to be anti, not afraid to be disliked, not afraid to be hated, all in the name of entertainment. That is it. Like, and I'm not gonna point the finger at no one. I have irresponsibly let people know that. Is it because I'm shielded or I'm sheltered? That remains to be seen. But at the end of the day, it was my responsibility to show the world the difference between the two. Now you see, as being this controversial character that I am, it leads with great ridicule. Like, so many sneak disses come about from this shit. And it doesn't bother me because it's like, that's the approach you took. No one can motherfucking get mad at the approach that you took. But you know, people's sensitivity level is at extremely high, especially when it comes to social media. That's just the world we live in today. I don't agree with it, but that's the politics that it is. Okay, so now then, just being Duff, like, I've been told, you know, things like I'm rude, I'm disrespectful, yada, yada, yada. I know these things, you know, like I said, I mean, when I'm on Keep That Shit 100 TV like I am now, it's to draw awareness to the product, to be as entertaining as I possibly could be, to motherfucking make the product as great as it possibly could be. I choose the approach I choose, not just because it's anti, and I also choose approach from comedians. I don't look at myself as a comedian, but I love the platform of a comedian because they have the platform to be brutally honest. Brutally. No matter how fucked up it may sound, it's honesty. And they say honesty is the best policy. So just because they have a larger platform or they receive X amount of dollars from it, that doesn't take away from the fact that we're trying to accomplish the same goal, which is to entertain. So, you know, people, you know, lose sight of that. And I've been told, you know what I'm saying, like, let Kennard up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kennard doesn't speak up as much. He needs Duff to speak up for him. You know, like, I've dealt with this shit for so long that I'm kind of, I know the questions. I know how they issue to me. But see, and people see Duff as, you know, he's an asshole. He's not someone that you want to bring home to your parents. But see, that's the thing. When the cameras is off, there's not Duff. There's Kennard McBride. And see, little do people know, there is a big difference between the two. I mean, there's a big difference. You know, like, as Duff, I just don't give a fuck. I just, whatever happens, happens. It is what it is, and I live with it. But now this go around, being Kennard is a little more different. You gotta be a little meticulous. You gotta really think about other people and their feelings and things like that. And I do to certain degrees. Like, I remember my uncle, God bless his soul, my Uncle Deo. When I was a little boy, he used to always teach me this saying. And he said, and we used to say it all the time until 5 years ago when he passed, is that, man, we are gentlemen and scholars. And He like, who we gonna take out? And I used to say the beautiful young ladies. He like, who the beautiful young ladies? And together we say all of them. So that was always my moniker, my approach, the gentleman shit. Like, people don't understand that aspect of Duff, well, Kennard, because, see, that right there, the Duff shit. But, you know, the things that I would do, Duff could never do. Like, I can put someone first. I can put them at the top of the food chain, the top priority. Like, for example, I was dating a young lady some years ago, and it still amazes me that what the fuck I did out of being creative. And I'm a fan of my creativity when I'm inspired, because it only means great things can come from it. And at this time, this particular young lady I was dating asked me to not spend any money on her from Valentine's Day. Okay. So, no, it was for her birthday. So I was up to the challenge. Like, could I successfully make this special without using money? Sure I can. This is me we're talking. So what I do, invite her over to the crib, cook some dinner, and see, at the time, her favorite song at the time was Customer, right? So I knew R. Kelly's lyrics. So I typed it up on a piece of paper in her favorite color, got it laminated, put a couple designs on it, made it look like a real menu. So when she came to my house and I slowly played the song, I gave her the menu. You get it? You know, customer, serve you up, menu, ambiance. Things that Kennard would do. Duff would never write a poem on a girl, ever. But Kennard would. Kennard has no problem with that, because Kennard was the one in creative writing class where that was 75% of his grade, and he rose to the occasion. Kennard is the one who did those things, but was kind of shy about letting people know that he can write poetry. I don't know, maybe because I didn't want to be judged and criticized, so therefore I just be abrasive and disrespectful with the rhymes, so people wouldn't necessarily look at me as weak or he emo, you know, that type of shit. So with that being said, it's a fine line between the two. Definitely is. Definitely is. So when people ask me today in 2016, where does the Kennard and Duff battle lie? In a state of peace. That's what I see. You may not see such, but I'm the one that's living this shit day in, day out. So when people don't know what they're getting into, well, let me just clarify it all. Kennard Oliver McBride, gentleman, scholar, respectable. Duff Bagwell, entertainer, controversial, anti. Those are the differences. So I'm just glad that I was able to come back and talk to the public the way that I needed to talk to the public. So therefore, I'm gonna keep y'all tuned with the next Keep That Shit 100 TV. And it's coming sooner than you think. I got a birthday motherfucking is around the corner, and this is all the more the reason why this Kennard versus Duff topic even more came about. I'm not gonna get into my age, because if you personally know me, you already know how old I'm about to be. But I'm here to basically say that if there was a battle that Duff was winning and Kennard was losing, this is the moment where the tide has changed. So, for that being said, I'm gonna let that marinate. I'm about to post this, and y'all can watch, observe, like, comment, wow, shock, do whatever you need to do. I'm about to go get this money. I'm gonna check with y'all when I get off the clock. It's your boy Duff, and I'm out.